there we go. There we go. Oh, there we go. Hopefully that means that I've set this up properly. Let's see. Yeah, everything appears to be good. I just need to set everything else up. Okay. Yeah, definitely need to adjust volume. That's about right. Maybe tone it down a bit. Yeah, that generally seems to have done good. Hopefully I'm not too loud for this. I might turn myself down a bit. There we go. Everything should be good now. So, let's see. Yeah. Been trying to do some more stuff for this. So, I really should get some stuff taken care of, though. Yeah, I think I should fix the volume a bit more. That should be good. Okay, I'm trying to think. I should go over what I've done thus far and what bosses I've taken down. I will try to make a trophy room and definitely try to work on a proper storage system, so okay, so just popped into chat what I plan on getting done, so that I remember, and in case anybody needs to ask, then I don't have to reiterate. I would also like to get to some floating islands. I haven't done that yet. Need one more heart for max health, at this point at least. And definitely need to work on getting some more lenses. Maybe modify the entrance to my player home. I like this and I want to try and fashion my character a bit more to fit with the theme I'm going for. As well as on the other side in this area, I want to try and build the town for the forest-affiliated townspeople, NPCs. As well as I'm going to need to see how many lenses I have. And this is why I need a sorting system. And in general, just a room to store things. So, no class specifications besides I wanted to try to do more proper melee, not melee through yo-yo. Since I've done a few class-specific runs, and overall, I enjoy having like a class restriction. So only using melee weapons if you're going with a melee character. And the early game is really difficult with characters that are like that. So just really trying to figure out what exactly needs to get done right now. I needed to get the faster path to the door because I always get stuck on that little notch. And I like how my base looks, so I want to try and get as much done with it as possible and maybe try to expand it at some point. Because right now, I like how it's a tree growing out the side of the hill. But I want to make some improvements. Like, I want to get some actuators to make block doors so that then I can have them open during the day and at night have them be closed. So that then enemies don't get in and I don't have to worry about stuff like the demon eyes. Or if a blood moon happens, dribblers. Do I not have any... Okay, I don't. I was trying to look for some of the living wood walls. So that then I could flesh out this area that I have the stairs on. Just so that then it doesn't look so out of place. Ooh, that banner will help a lot. Place it there for now. Like, I feel that looks a bit nicer. Yeah, I don't really have a lot of space for things that just are open and about. So I've had to use what little sorting I have. Like, this is generally my metals chest, as well as gems, the crafting stations, because I need to just make a crafting area. Well, oh, if only I could get this, the steampunker early, like before hard mode, then I could do a lot. Because I could have nice teleporters. Instead of having this dresser here, I could have a hidden teleporter. And have this be like a doorway down to like a root structure, maybe in this hill. Maybe further or underground, just in a place that is out of the way. So, I should clear out an area over here. So that then I can figure out what I want to do. I know I want to have an inn/bar for the barkeep. And maybe have the guides stay there as well. As for the crystal, I want to do something special for that, so I want to have, like, little altars for the teleport crystals. only difficulty with that is designing them nicely. Like, for the desert, its materials are really strange to work with, mostly because it's sand. But with the oases, there's a lot that I can do, and I have worked on a biome-specific house for that, mostly using materials you find in the desert. I just wish I could do more there, and I have to wait for a second house to be built because, hey, I decided to build it out of a specific material that I don't have a lot of, because out of the 2 deserts, one's entirely covered in crimson, and this is a crimson world. So, no worm scarf, as much fun as that would be to have. I'll just work with what I have. So, clear out the area. I could move... Oh yeah, I could move that. So, right now, that's my underground living area, and that's how close the Crimson is to my spawn. Yeah. I want to move everybody to this side, have the arena over here, and I did try and build like a tunnel to give myself more time before the Crimson spreads over to the spawn area. And I remembered you could... Oh. And I remembered you could place wood down, and if I go all the way to the bottom, that would give me a... That would just separate it entirely, so I'd have a chance, but also I'd have to make it a good gap so that the Crimson doesn't jump. And I mostly worry because I need to get purification power from the Dryad. And with that, I could push back the Crimson a bit. But I'd like something more of, like, the forest area I have to be separated so that then I don't have to worry about Crimson on either side. And I mean, I have the desert, and yeah, there's a brief glimpse at what the desert housing is going to look like. I also wanted to work on jungle since, yeah, a lot of the good stuff that I wanted to get was to the right, away from the Crimson. Sadly, the snow is to the left, past the Crimson. So, yeah, I'll flatten this out, and definitely start work on a tavern. The only issue is I don't really have a design in mind, besides generic tavern. So, yeah, I got the wood on me. I'll grab some brick. The walls as well. Let's see about this. Yeah, no, I need to set up the furnace. Grab the giant pile of stone and just head down. So... yeah. How big would I like this to be? Sadly, I don't have any of the useful accessories that help with building. Just haven't had enough currency on me. Yeah, I feel like that's good. I would also like to figure out if I can have, like, hidden banners placed around so that then I can just, through getting enough banners, so when I'm close by the town, I can just have the boost to damage and defense. So that's going to be the tavern. I would love a lot of different wood choices for this as well. So I think that's part of the thing. I mean, now that the painter's here, I can definitely work on making stuff look nicer with a much more diverse selection of building materials. I didn't place a block up here. Okay. So maybe something like that on both sides. I put this one block higher than the other side, didn't I? I definitely want to work on getting more of the stat stuff. I forget what they're specifically called. The information tools. Yeah. Okay, so the first floor is set up. I'm going to need to grab my saw table. I think I still have it down by the spawn. Or no, it's probably in my house. Just in a chest. Oh, the heavy workbench would definitely be nice to use. The loom I don't really need to use for this. There it is. The sawmill. Ooh, purple slime batter. That'll be helpful. So for right now, I'm just going to set up like a little work area over here. So let's see. Going to need a keg. I can use that for like a shop table. So not everything's ruined. Oh, and of course. I can set it up like that. Maybe that's a bit close. I'd like to have it be a bit more central. Yeah. That's about right. So, over here, over there. Yeah, I think that looks nice. Now I just need the right wall. So I think going too high with that, and then I really don't want to make a workbench, so I think I have an extra workbench that I made and haven't placed down. Yep. For when I worked on the jungle area. I wish it didn't have to rain. I don't like the mobs that spawn during the rain, and I know it's just the rain hat slimes as well as the flying fish. The flying fish are the ones that I dislike the most for this. Oh, do I want a fireplace in the bar? I won't worry about it now. And wood walls. always have problems placing walls since they reach just a bit further than where you actually place them for the texture. Which, I mean, helps in the fact that when you place them, you actually don't have to worry about placing an extra one so that the connection actually connects to the wall. But it does make placing them a bit weird. Yeah. Okay, another blue slime banner. I can place that up so that I don't have to worry. I do need to get a sunflower around here, since normally I have sunflowers nearby, and of course there's a golden bunny. Did I spend the money on a net? Nope, and it probably despawned. Nope, but if I move to buy the net, it's going to despawn. Yeah, just continue that up. And go double with the floors so that then I can extend that out this way. And out this way. So that then I can have that. And then I can work on building the roof up from this, which I would like to use bricks. But I know that's probably not going to work too well. I just don't really like the texture of bricks. Besides the stone bricks. But that might just be the color of the stone bricks being stone. So, not really sure. Up here. Or just continue with that. Okay. 2 of those. And then I'm going to have to work on beds. I'm going to need 2 doors as well, and I'd love to make chandeliers, since I just think a chandelier looks right for the pub. There's a door. Oh. And yay, I didn't see that blue slime. So I should just put some temporary lighting in here for now. I'm actually surprised that the NPCs don't need beds. It's honestly a surprise. Considering it's meant to be housing for them, you'd think they would require a bed. Oh, that's where I could place it. That. Get some light up here as well. I could have a hay roof, but that doesn't feel right. For this. Just like how this wall is way too clean. Just all one texture. I can break it up by adding in, like, the stone, I guess it would be pipe, that would then be connected to the fireplace. But right now, I won't extend it any higher than that. Yeah, I need to figure out what I'm doing roof-wise. Oh, I could do a stone brick roof. Have it go up to here, or maybe a bit higher. There's that. Oh, yeah. There we are. I think that's good enough. I really wish the chimney didn't take up that much space. Yeah, I think that looks alright. And then I'm definitely going to use a trick to give it a bit more depth. There we are. Yeah, the chimney really irritates me with how it can be placed. So I think I'm just going to move the chimney from where it is there. Just hope it looks okay somewhere else. Oh, but that might mess up the plan that I had. Well, it might not. Go, then I just need enough gray bricks. That, and walls. Lots of walls. really don't like how I can so easily run out of building materials. I mean, I now have 8 more walls. Let's grab the rest of the stone I have. And hope that this is enough. As well as figuring out where exactly the fireplace will work. And I need to get this set up. Then I can move that over to, say, there. And yeah, I can reclaim that. Then line this up. And voila! Okay, so that's all set up. I can probably just adjust that. So I want to set up a door. Yeah. This makes sense. I do need more of these. Because I think... yeah. So now with this setup where it is, I'll take down the banners because I do just need to find a better way of setting them up. I need to finish that wall, but at the same time, I need to make a stop at the painter. goes in there. That goes in there. That can go in there as well. Yeah, since the village I have is basically this, I just want to get stuff moved over. Okay. I kind of forgot that the ruler was just a part of what you have. I'm so used to having to have the ruler just normally on my person. Shade wood. I'm not going to use palm. Palm's a bit weird to try to use. So maybe... set that up. Paintbrush. I think that looks okay. I just need to put the shade wood all the way up. So for vertical stuff, I'm going to use shade wood. For horizontal stuff, I'm going to use the regular oak wood. Or whatever tree the regular wood is. Because I do like how that looks. I keep forgetting I put the shade wood on my hotbar. That breaks it up nicely. So now yes, this definitely fixes part of the problem that was going on. It's a nice added bit of trim to really pull the room together and help focus. Definitely within here as well. Okay. Would that help in here as well? I think it does. And because it's a similar color to the regular wood, but also dark enough, it does look nice. When I recolor it... Oh. Not sure. I think it does look better because it just blends a bit more. Get that out of there. Oh, that's what that's bugging me for that. Yeah, there was a lack of it blending with the rest of it. Like, you see the difference? One had a hard edge at the top where it met the wall, whereas the rest of it just blended into the wall. Let's see, what else? Yeah, I have down here, which I think would just be easier if I... Yeah, I think that works. Now all I need to do is... Nah. Can't be solid blocks. Or it could. Just... Yes. Perfect. So now... whatever woods... Did I really burn through that much? Oh, wait, no. The rest of it probably got eaten into one of the chests. So this goes right there. Maybe it should be one block further out. Nah. Now all I need to do is make a mug. And that should be that. How was pretty much done. All I need is the sand to turn into glass. I probably already found the sand and looked past it. Nope. It was just one. But I can at least make some more bottles. Yeah. There we go. Oh, I could make some more mugs around there. Yeah. I think that looks nice. It's just having... some mugs there. And... one more. Right next to there. So housing. Yeah, that's suitable. That's missing a table and chair. That's missing a table and chair. But the top doesn't necessarily need to be a house. It just needs to hold some beds. So I need to find out, do I have enough cloth? If not, then I have to break out the loom and make some more. Yeah, that's not going to be enough. Yeah, I just need the all-in-one storage and crafting room. So I can make boreal beds, shade wood beds, or regular beds. If I had some more wood, which I do have. I think I'd like to go with the boreal bed. And... I also need to turn a lot of my walls back into materials. So... two of those. And... I could make a shadewood bed, put it in here, and have it be like a premium room. Or I could make that room the bathroom for some reason and just have a wall there instead of a door. Or like a bathtub, toilet. Nah, I like the thought of a shadewood bed. In just a special room. Maybe I want to move the fireplace a bit more. Yeah. Okay. Let's shift everything over the one block. That. Do a quick once over with this torch just to make sure everything's right and it's not lighting that's really messing with me. So now... oh yeah, those do count. I just need a table, which I could easily do for the bigger room. Maybe. I could have it be a work table. Yeah, a workbench. And I chose Boreal because if I place it down and then paint it, it looks like just a bench you would sit on, so it's a little seat. So now that housing is suitable, so I'm going to move the guide here. This housing is going to be for the barkeep. I really wish that the first blood moon that I had gone out. I was mining at the time, and I just kept mining. Partially because I didn't want to deal with the blood moon. But now, I really wish that I had been able to get the flying piggy bank. That. Nope. You go in there. The wood goes in here. Then I have 3 spots. Toss you, and you in there. I can turn you back into blocks, so that's not a problem. All of my painting stuff is going into the pig. Let's see. Oh, do I have a space that could be made open by planting something like a sunflower, maybe? Oh, I just have space. I do want to sort all of this so that then I don't have to deal with searching through everything. And no, a sunflower planted wouldn't really make up any space. That in there, sort, quick stack that. Grab the stars, because I'm storing those in the pig, since I could make, what is it, Nightcrawler bait? Enchanted Nightcrawler. Okay, then I need to head over here. Fill That's gone. Go a bit further, and then... Yeah, entrance of a cave seems about right. Double check distance. Nope. Too far. Normally I place the sunflowers close enough so that it's basically once one ends, the next one begins. And I realize that actually has two of their areas overlap, so it's kind of a waste. Now, I need to see about stuff. I need to finish up the desert house, but that requires cactus, which grows slowly, and the only other cactus is all the way over... I thought it was over on this side. Yeah, over here. So I have to go a fair ways. But then I could get some proper housing established. Mostly the whole thing of the dye trader being there instead of in the desert. And although the dryad likes the forest, she loves the jungle more. So I just want to get people set up in the right places. Like happiness. She's not talking about the area, so that's a thing. Like how the merchant says he likes the scenery in the forest. That means that he's in the biome that he loves. No. Like how this guy is. Yeah, he doesn't like the people, and he doesn't like the forest because of the color scheme. But he likes the dryad. So, for him, the jungle is the place to be, and same for the dryad. And currently, the two houses I set up in the jungle have been claimed by the two people who either are neutral or hate the jungle. Because the fisherman is in the jungle as well. So I need to make him a house by the beach. But I want to get more blocks to work with. And I guess the other problem is I don't want to do much fishing just because I go to it and that breaks a lot of the stuff I can do. Like, I could have grabbed a pickaxe and an axe that are more powerful or on power with the platinum stuff I have right now. And I did do a sneaky trick to get two of the crimson hearts broken already, so I can't break a third. Otherwise I have to deal with the brain of Cthulhu. So I'm off. To quickly try and get to the ocean, but more importantly to the Crimson Desert. That is all the way on this side past the snow area. I wouldn't mind going through the snow area and trying to find a couple of the chests or destroyed houses in there, since those could have some really good loot for me. Besides, I need to build an all-biome tree farm. Mostly so that then I can have those biome-specific trees. Right next to where I'm doing stuff. And originally, the player house I was going to build was going to be a tree that held a different biome among different branches. But I quickly realized how long that would take me to build, mostly because the very top would be the ocean. Since the ocean requires just 500 connected blocks of water. I think it was 500 connected blocks of water. Could be more. Okay. I don't know why I didn't get a platform going across this sooner. But I don't mind taking care of it now. Just means I don't have to worry about falling into the water and dealing with the chilled slowdown effect. Okay. Crimson Desert. I'm so happy there isn't, like, a crimson cactus that's just the red cactus. That would really have messed with me. And I think that this peak right here is probably a desert temple. And I have had some trouble finding those recently. Just with World Gen. So, I would love to find one, since the magic carpet's a pretty good item to have. And just in general, well, some of the stuff you can get from there is really useful. And I'm debating where exactly to have the ocean biome be. Just because of, not the ocean biome, the ocean character housing. Since there are only about 3-ish characters who like the biome. I know with ice, or the snow biome, it's pretty bad since it's surrounded by crimson, so I'm probably just going to do a bit of explosive relocation. And just, that's what I'm going to call it, since I'm going to use dynamite and bombs to just grab as many blocks as I can from there, and just relocate it to, like, a little biome bubble in the sky. And I wouldn't mind that. I could have it be like, I could use the biome teleportation crystal for that, to quickly move up into the sky and get on, like, a sky railway, sky platform, star catcher, whatever I choose to call it or build. Probably like a platform that has rails on it, so that then I can quickly move across large distances. Huh. That genuinely scared me for a second. Huh. Oh yeah, I haven't reset the achievements, and I've been playing this game for a fair bit of time. And so I don't really worry about achievements popping up. And now I am at the desert. Or, huh. I kind of forgot there was a desert right next to the temple, which is right next to the ocean. Oh yeah, this is a medium world, so it's not as small as it could be. And a small world definitely would give me much more of an ability to speed through the game. But personally, I like the large world, since it's just a lot of fun to explore the vast distances, as well as just so much more to do. Plus, the larger your world, the longer the wall of flesh fight before you just reach an end point. So it's kind of a safety measure in case damage output is terrible, which for a melee character against the wall of flesh is pretty bad, especially on expert mode, unless you take the time to work with another weapon, find like Ice Brand, or not Ice Brand, whatever the regular ice sword is. Finding that would be good. Of course, going up into the sky and finding yeah, that was a bad idea. So yeah, I have a lawn gnome now. Not really sure what that does. Okay, so I can move the cat into the inn and have like a little inn cat. Okay, what was I talking about before? I genuinely cannot remember. It was probably something unimportant. Sorry for any sound in the background. And I don't have any way to mitigate it. Okay, so now I get to finish up work on the cactus house. And yeah, it's not the greatest. But then again, it's a house that's pretty tall up. Or tall. Don't know why I went with tall up. So let's just get that in place. And working on figuring out how this house exactly works. So there's that. And that. And yeah, that generally looks right. Like it's an actual staircase that ends and then continues up. So you have to turn around. Let's get some walls. A chair for the crafting area. A cactus table. And candelabra for that. With another chair. Or for... this area where you kind of have to eat in the hallway. So yeah, I went very simple for this, but I wanted it to be themed for the area it's in. Oh, I realized what I could have done if I had so much more cactus. Instead of making the stilt set up around the oasis, I could have made a giant cactus with the arms of the cactus holding houses. Oh, that would have been so interesting. But I'm not going to tear this all down. It took me way too long to build. Besides, I have this whole thing against just areas that are one giant house that has multiple rooms to hold NPCs. I think generally the NPCs don't like that. So now I can have the dye trader move into here. I can have those set up and... no, yeah. To lighten up the house a bit more, some lamps. And I can actually place a door there. And yeah, that technically makes a second room right here. Here for somebody, but it is a terrible room to be in since it's that small. So I'm not going to worry about much more. And I have this little drop-through hole right here just so that then I can still fish in this oasis. So that then I don't have to build a fishing area, because I hate having to build a mini biome. Since I want to have it be more than just a bunch of blocks from that biome. I mean, like a square. I could take those. I can take the banner as well. Since I have an idea for something I can do. So, I should probably address my main focus being the storage room and a trophy. So, I'm thinking... I want to place, like, a little... thing just right here. And just have it follow the general contour of the area. If that makes any sense at all. Probably didn't need to tear up the ground at all. I mean, I'm going to have to tear up this ground. But it is dirt that is exposed to air. So that should be fine. What I want to do is make that look nice. So I'll do that. And then take care of that tree. Take care of that tree. And Dryad, I need, yep, grass seeds. As well as some pumpkin seeds, because I'd like to grow some pumpkins to make some decent food. So that's set up there, so I can get the buff from that. That extends all the way over here. And now it is time for the greatest plan. And this is going to extend the entire distance of my arena, so that then I can get as many of these buffs as possible. And since it's just going to be a floating platform for now, I'm not going to worry about getting stuff out of the way. I am going to worry about having to move people, though. Like, right now I can move Luciano over to the jungle. Since, for the Dryad, I'm okay with her staying in the forest for the time being. But that still means that I want to get her to the jungle at some point. And that's going to be a bit of an ask. Now I'm trying to think of what I could bring with me to the jungle, because that's the thing I'm going to work on now, since it's fresh in my mind. I want to get the jungle set up so that then when I can get the teleport prisms, I don't have to worry about going all the way over or there and having to deal with the physical distance. And I'm bringing the sunflowers with me so that then I can place them along, so I have a less monster-filled trip, as well as the small speed boost they give you. So, how close? So it cuts out about here, so that means I need to go roughly right there. I'm not going to sweat it about getting, like, maximum coverage. That's for if I build a giant sky bridge. Because then I want that covered, so that then I don't have monsters spawning in my way. Okay, so this one's going to be a bit further. So there's probably a gap in there. So when did the sunflower buff kick out? At a point that I don't want to go far back. So, okay, covered what I could. And thankfully it does get me to the desert. My shackle's nice. Love it a bit more if I had more to go off of. Okay, sort that. And And I just realized things are a bit dark. So let me just take the time to fix that. If I can. That. Well, I don't know how to fix the issue of brightness. I could try and fix my games set up for that, but I don't think that would work. So I'm very sorry if it's dark. I'm going to have to play around with stuff a bit so then I can fix that. Of course, I only noticed now. And the thing is, it's not the same for my view. Like, I'm not having the same issue. Ooh, of brightness. Just my capture seems really dark. Okay. Hello, angler. I am moving painter over. So I'm going to try and build something up. Maybe put it a bit deeper in the jungle as well. Not just like on the outskirts. Since it didn't take me long to get it here, so maybe I could have something more akin to a ravine city. So it sits in a giant hole in the ground, but held to the edges more than other places. So somewhere like here, so I can put some stilts up for the houses and have like rope bridges. I just need to figure out how to make nice looking rope bridges. I mean, for the time being, I should really just set up an extra house over here to get the dryad moved in. And I do know that platforms can be used in place of doors. I just like having doors. So then I don't have to worry so much about moving through one place, going up through platforms and then popping out the other side where the other door is. This gives me an access from 2 points that I could use. And I am going to use up the materials to make different colored walls. Since I also dislike how sometimes just using the same material gets boring. So why not fix that by having a difference in materials? Just have some platforms out here so that getting through stuff is made a bit easier. Frog was in the way. So that there. Housing the dryad. Done. I think I should come back. I can properly build up the jungle town I'm imagining once I have a faster transportation method, and as such could easily grab some different building materials. Besides, I have 2 NPCs here who should be able to sell me the pylons once those are an option. Besides, the dryad's already here. And I have so much trouble trying to get out of specific areas. Mostly because I rely way too much on the double jump or later on flight. Oh, come on! Why aren't you selling the pylons? Okay, guide voodoo dollfish. That might be doable. So... yeah, I think I just recall... shove everything into a chest as best as possible. I'm not going to have use for cactus walls. I can just condense that down. So that can go in there. That can go there. And I can turn all of that back into normal wood. Put those in there. Still got my lenses on me. Oh, I just need to talk to the guide right now about how to make an Eye of Cthulhu. Or a suspicious looking eye. Okay, I just need 4 more and then I can make 4 more eyes. Or 4 summoning tokens. I'm not sure if that's what the summoning items are called, but I think it sounds better than summoning items. And I do just need... to build that storage area. So I think that sounds like a novel idea to do right now. So taking out what I just put into chests. The question is, what would I like to build it out of? Some heavy stone brick, maybe. Grab some wood so that then I can have some options. And I'm going to go over to the merchant to buy an extra piggy bank so that I can just place it down for convenience. So price 89. Yeah, it's an equivalent exchange deal. Okay, so I think that this right here is the perfect place. So dig that down, and I should grab some ropes. Because I want to make it look like it's a proper structure, rather than something a player built and ended up leaving after building something better. Like how my tree, it definitely has the feel of a player-built thing, because no way a Terraria just naturally generates something like this. And I want to have that feel for a lot of my builds. Like, it's something that could be in Terraria if you, say, modded it. But otherwise, it would be a... No, that's definitely something a player built, but it looks like it's in Terraria. And I'm trying to fix some holes because I don't like when there's just bits of light streaming through the dense tree canopy. And that definitely helped. I'll just smooth things out. Okay, got that going down. So now I have this set up. And then the vault's going to be right here. So I can set that up and start making some stone slabs. And then I can make a gate at some point. Like, I want to be able to say that this was built into the wall. Which, I mean, it is. And then, at some point, hollowed out. Which it is. So the only thing I have to worry about is building it correctly. So I want to have the entrance. Oh, yeah, I built that one lower than it needed to be. I want my things to look nice as I have to use them. So I think I'll work more on the ceiling of the build, since that'll decide how wide I have to go. And figuring out how tall it is will also help. And I don't think I should go any taller than this. So oh, I should have checked if I had a mining potion. Building potions I don't really see a point in. But mining potions are always useful, especially when you have to clear out a large space, like what I am doing. Oh, and I'm not building totally across because I want to get a measurement going, and so that then I can have stations in between these for, or not in between these, but have one space that's empty in between crafting stations. Just how I like to deal with things. Besides, there's going to be a lot of crafting stations, and I want to be able to quickly move between them and identify them quickly. So, oh, I could check to see how many crafting stations there are in the game, and then from there place them down in rows and columns, so that then I have exactly enough space. So I think that is what I should do. So I'm just going to look that up quickly. No sense in making a giant space for crafting tables that's going to sit above your storage if you have more crafting tables than you do storage. Especially if you plan on one size and find out you don't have nearly enough space. Okay, 44 total, meaning I could have 11 rows or 11 columns if I go with 4. Or is the other? I think I'll go with 11 columns, so I am about halfway done. Okay, that's going to be a longer crafting setup. I could try and divide it a bit differently, but having a nice round number really makes me just want to go with that instead. So instead of going with any higher amount, like going with 8, that's not going to balance out evenly. I'm going to have extra space for stuff, and I really don't mind having like empty space, but then I have to make it look nice if it doesn't fill out right. So that should have put me at what? 3, 3. So yeah, that's about 9 right there. Let me just cap the third one off with some sort of indicator. So yeah, I just need 2 more. So all in all, not massive by any means, but definitely more space than I thought I was going to need. So there, and then... Okay. Then you have a space in between, then another block of 3. Because then you move down 1 and have that, and then there is the corner. So that should look nice now. Now I just have to figure out what the rest of the room is going to be made out of. Or it could have it be like a glass room. The difficulty with deciding what walls to use. Also, if I can... Oh, yeah, there's that. So to help me clear out some space, I'm going to use one of the bombs. I'm going to use it on the stone, since that usually takes more time. 3 down, plop in, run away. Yeah. Oh, and now that I know it's going to be... 4... So it's going to be 4 rows, 11 columns. That means I need to really figure out... That means I have to figure out how tall I want to make the crafting area. Since I know crafting stations, it depends. Like right now, I could go with that and have just enough space to stand, since it's generally... hold on a moment. Since, yeah, the character themselves is 3 blocks tall. And generally a crafting station can be that size, but I don't like how cramped that makes things. So maybe something like this, where it's a 1 block gap in between. And again, another 1 block gap, making it much larger than it needs to be. But also reduces the amount of clutter there is. And I think I know what blocks I want them to be on. Now I just need to figure out any more parameters besides that. Because already that's 4 blocks. So... I guess the other issue is going to be with the spacing I have and the fact that I'm going to be placing them on physical blocks. It's going to be rather irritating to move in between crafting stations unless I space them, like, less used ones are more in the middle. Okay. I kind of forgot that you can just slide in between blocks. So I may be looking at something a bit more practical. I'm really just not sure. One more block down, and then I will have had 3 whole rows made up. Oh, hey, and it's raining. Okay, so deal with those slimes. Hit that. I hope I have enough stone for this. The best part is with how open the sides are. That'll definitely make this less cramped than it feels. Also, of course, the bombs didn't destroy what I wanted them to destroy, which was the back wall mostly. I hate how this is, and I think it was different in an earlier version of the game, in where you could just break the back wall, or the bombs did at least. I just don't like having to break the natural back wall, since that's a lot of work to replace what was broken. And I know there's dirt walls that I can set up, and bugger it. It's gonna take a while. And I mean, technically I could just focus on getting down to the layer that I want. And I am going to do that because I don't want to take forever for this, besides placing walls will break these, but I'm not sure if doing the auto placement method will break them as well. Okay, so that helps. Then, yeah, I can place a block in between. Oh, no. I didn't realize that I messed that up. So, one more block lower. Deal with the zombie before he becomes a nuisance. And have to pull all of this. And I know that not all crafting stations take up a 3x3 space. But I really just want this to look nice, and I want it to look even. I mean, technically there's a nicer way to make things look with crafting stations involved. Just place them in a room that looks right with them. Like, the solidifier is a good thing for, like, a mad scientist style. Or the living loom makes a great bit of decoration for any natural tree style home. Yeah, I've now got to figure out how big the storage area is going to be. Generally, since chests can be placed so close to each other, it's not going to be an issue compacting it. But any sort of organization is going to cost a lot. Especially if I'm thinking of like mass storage for things. Things and how specific I want to get with organization. Obviously not a chest per block kind of organization, but more like, do I want all stone to be together, or do I want to separate it a bit more? That's a big question. And do I have it right underneath everything? So I'm definitely going to have to face the reality that this is a much bigger area than I thought I was going to have. Now, the question is, how do I connect the storage area to this without it being a huge nuisance? Dirt. Especially with lighting stuff. Lighting has always been a problem for builds, since having a large enough area, it's going to get dark at points. I guess it's a good thing that I put the spaces in between stuff. Gives me options for how I want to light things. And it isn't just these blank spaces are going to just be left empty the entire time. I am going to fill them in. But for the time being, I can't justify filling them in, since I do still need to keep the measurements. Which, I mean, I have. In the form of the rows and columns. And I mean, what I could do is have lights in between each station like that, but they look weird because of how things are. They attach to the side and not in the middle, and I can't really change that. And since how things are, I want the room to be symmetrical top to bottom. So that means I'm copying exactly what I did over on the left, or on the right, onto the left. I'm trying to make it so that there's plenty of light so you can see what I'm doing, since the whole issue with the capture being dark. I'm now worried that there were points earlier on where everything was just pitch black. That'll make mining interesting, since I do often go mining without torches. Not out of lack of torches, well, not often out of lack of torches, but more so I could save on torches. I only really place them when it gets pitch black. Other times I just go crazy with them. And this is going to take a while, so I probably want to do this off-stream, off-screen stuff. So, I'm probably going to work on this in my off time. Just figuring out what I want to do with the rest of this room. I guess I would like to get this going, though. Just how I'll focus on having like a baseline. There we go. That means each of these can have 2. Plus, I could have like a different block or platforms in the middle. And that would allow me a lot to work with. And I could definitely have... Yeah, I could have... the entrance be on the other side. So, this will be... the storage edge entrance. And, sorry for the sound you just heard. That's probably my dog wanting to come in. Yeah, that would be her. So, let's start with a few of the crafting stations. Since often the loom and the saw have to be used together, I'm going to put those together. Furnace with heavy workstation right across, with the anvil going to be here, and these are going to be swapped out with the hard mode versions eventually. Let's see. I think I could... Yeah. Let me see about shadewood. No. This is why I both like and dislike shadewood. Sometimes it looks nice, other times it just doesn't. I've been streaming for almost 2 hours now. I'm trying to figure out the best point to end the stream. Just so that then I can work on this in my off time, as well as then I can do a lot of grinding off screen as well. So I think I know how I want to end the stream, and that's going to be with a fight against the Eye of Cthulhu. But that could take a bit. Mostly because, hey, it's day. But also, I have to go down to the Crimson and survive long enough to get to one of the altars. Let's grab a chest and toss the building materials I was using into it so that then I can keep those separate. Just like right next to the crafting area. Obviously, I'm not using the dirt. And as for the lenses, I'm just going to grab 6 of them for the summoning token. Plus, I can grab... The extractinator is not a crafting station per se, so I'm just going to leave that there. Gonna grab the living loom, a bamboo workstation, which I want to... I'm going to need to grab a chair for it. As well as... There's a bottle. Because I think you can use the workstations as if they were tables for something like... your standard table crafting thing. And I'm just going to put that table back because I think I have a regular wooden table being used. Yeah, right here. In a house that no one occupies. And I don't really want anybody to occupy it right now. I mean, it's good to have some extra houses always open. So that then you don't have a situation where you get a new NPC and then you just kind of forget that you got a new NPC. Okay, grab the wood. Make a chair. Place the bottle down. And there's my potion crafting area. Now for more specialized stuff, I'm going to place them right here. I'm trying to sort these as well. But if it comes down to it... excuse me. I'm not going to overly worry about them. Now I just gotta find out where a crimson altar is. How close it could be. Oh. Okay, so right there. Huh? It's going to be far, but I have recall potions so that then I can get back fast. So I have nothing to worry about. I have been searching for an underground chest to give me the magic mirror, because that would be so nice to have. Especially with how much running around I end up doing. fighting the brain is not going to be fun at all. Since it's one of my least fought bosses, since I mostly play on Crimson. Not mostly play on Crimson, that would make no sense. I mostly play on Corruption Worlds. So having the Crimson is a bit of a change of normal for me. So it's really different. I know a lot of what I have to fight. And it's just it's a thing to try to get used to. Oh, I have to cut clean across? Well. Opening Pandora's box. Never brought any troubles to anyone, did it? So, oh. That'll work. Got it. I'm out. Okay. Well, not dead, so that's a plus. And it should be near time to summon a nighttime boss if I were to. So, Swiftness Potion. I'm going to save the Titan Potion for something a bit harder. Archery Potion definitely will help. Don't really have much, as I haven't focused on making potions. Well, accidentally used that. Lesson learned. Once it's in the inventory, don't bloody touch it. Okay. Switch those out. And honestly, just save the Jester arrows for something a bit more susceptible to pierce. So I have fought an Eye of Cthulhu before, and it was interesting. Oh, I forgot to get the staff ready. Doing this on the fly is incredibly difficult. That's what helped deal with a lot of the eyes. Okay. That wasn't that smart. I just have to fight him with the arrows. Okay. I am so happy to have invested in Frostburn arrows. Oh, that was also really dumb. Oh, and there goes the nice Frostburn arrows. Also, the very useful cloud. Okay, this is going about as expected. There we go. Ah, man, I do not like the Eye of Cthulhu. It is a thing. No, I like Lucky more. And that is the second fight I have done of that boss for this world. And both times, the boss is almost hit by a falling star. I've enjoyed this immensely, and I would love to continue streaming since this is a game that I enjoy a lot. But I really need something to eat. I was really not planning to go this long without having something to eat. I kind of skipped lunch. Which, in hindsight, was really, really dumb of me to have decided. I could sell that, so I have another space. I don't like that Shield of Cthulhu, so I could sell that easy enough. Should help. I'm really happy to have gotten the Golden Horseshoe early on. And just to say this, I didn't get it from a Sky Island. Which is the interesting thing. I thought they could only be found in Sky Islands. But, I'll show my map up, and yeah, I have not traveled through the sky at all. Well, instead, I got it in a house that I found in the underground. So, that was something new. Oh, I definitely want to search through the skies and find a Sky Island so that then I can hopefully get, I think it's called Star Fury, the sword that allows you to call down a star every time you swing. Or roughly every time. If you swing fast enough, it doesn't call a star, I believe. That would help a lot, especially for fighting Skeletron. And I can just focus on hitting him with the star, which I think is generally more damaging than a shot from a bow. It really depends. And I'd have to look into how much damage the stars do. Because otherwise, I'm probably going to end up fighting Skeletron with just the bow, and I've actually gotten a lot of... well, mostly movement speed stuff. If I have the Cloud in a Bottle for melee speed, which helps, just not really noticeable. So, thank you for watching the stream, and if you're watching the recording of this on YouTube, thanks for watching. And I hope you have a great day. Goodbye.